Alright guys, today is the first episode of What's in the Fridge. So basically what happens in this show is that I open up the fridge and whatever I see in there, I'll take out a few things and make combinations of what I'm gonna make for dinner, lunch, whatever. Make a meal basically, right? So I look in the fridge, see what's in there, and then I make a meal. So yeah, let's see what's in the fridge and what we're gonna make tonight. Alright. Got some leftover pasta. This is leftover pasta. I made pasta salad the other day. I actually left this out so it got a bit dry on the top, but I didn't want to throw it all away because it's quite a lot. So I kept it in the fridge. So now we've got some leftover pasta. So I guess that's going to be the base of our meal. Let's see what we can do with that. Okay, got some cheese, triple cheddar, cheese blend. Got all of that, so I'm beginning to see how this is forming out. So pasta and cheese, okay. We've got that going. What else have we got? Okay, we've got some asparagus. Okay, let's put that down there. Bell peppers. It's a lot of bell peppers. I don't think we're gonna need all of that. So this is a bit of that, bell peppers. And what else? Mushrooms. I love mushrooms. Got some mushrooms. These are almost, these are done tomorrow, so I've got to use them today actually. I did use a bit of it in my eggs. I love mushrooms in my eggs. So we're gonna put mushrooms in. Bacon, yummy. Get some bacon, put some bacon in. Put that here. Shrimp. Put some shrimp. Some shrimp on there. I'm getting an Alfredo feel in my head, but not really because I don't have all the ingredients. But yeah, we'll see what we can do. Ooh, I've got some, I usually always have chickens sort of like sauteed and left in the fridge, so whenever I'm ready to bake them, I can just bake them in those. So I do have some in the fridge, but I'll leave that in there for now. But yeah, so far we've got some shrimp, we've got bacon, we've got cheese, some bell peppers, asparagus, leftover pasta, and mushroom. So I have an idea exactly what I'm gonna make looking at this. I'm really good at, when I look at different things, I can see how I can mix and match them. So what I'm gonna do with this leftover pasta, because it's a bit dry, right? Because I like I said, when I had it made it the first time, I left the cover of the pot open, so it was a bit crispy and dry on top. So I don't really like that, so I'm gonna make something that's gonna get it, a bit softer and juicy, right? So what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna make a pasta bake with cheese. So we're gonna get pasta mixed in with some mushrooms. We're gonna get the bell peppers in there as well, and we're gonna bake that, make a mixture and bake that together with some cheese. The shrimp, I'm gonna do that on the side. So we got some shrimp and got some asparagus here. We've got some, I forgot that we had bacon, so I'm gonna mix the bacon, smokehouse bacon, with the pasta in the pasta bake, right, to make some kind of cheesy pasta bake. So kind of like mac and cheese, but in the oven, but there's no milk, so it's not really gonna be mac and cheese. But yeah, the asparagus, I'm gonna make that and saute it with some butter. I've got some butter in the fridge. Put that in with some shrimp, and what else can we do? The shrimp, asparagus. That should come out nicely on the side. I don't think we need too much else. Oh, maybe I'll put a little bit of mushrooms in there. So I won't use all the mushrooms in the pasta. I'll put a bit of it in the shrimp and stuff. Yeah, but this is clearly not that healthy of a meal, but it's fine. It's a Saturday, so let's go. What's first? All right, so like I said, this is a gritty kitchen type series that I'm doing, so it's nothing fancy. You're not gonna see fancy little glass bowls. I just sort of use what I have in my kitchen already, right? So yeah, I'm gonna get a bowl that I can mix all of that pasta in with the spices, because it's already cooked, right? So you don't really need to do much else to it. Let's see. Yeah, I think this is from ice cream. You know that one of the African moms always eat the ice cream roll. I've got one of those too. So I'm gonna get that to mix my pasta in. Right? Leftover pasta. How long has that been in there? Oh, it's still good. I'm just gonna pour it in there. Right? Don't think we need this anymore. Put that in the sink for now. Get to washing that later on. The pasta bake is gonna be made in a baking pan. The one I've got here is a bit big, but should still work. I wish I had I think I have a small one, the foil, somewhere. I'm trying to find that and use it. But anyways, it'll come together. We'll put it in there somehow, and then I'm gonna have to chop up the veggies. So yeah, I'll come back to you lot when I have everything chopped up, and then we'll go from there. Okay guys, I am back. And what I've done here is I just chopped up the bell peppers that I had. I don't really measure, like I said, this is a messy kitchen cooking thing going on. So I think I put about 3 bell peppers in there, right? I just chopped it up, put it all in the bowl with the pasta, right? And so I've got that little mix there. I've got the bacon out here, I've got the mushrooms. Now what I want to do is season that pasta a little bit, right? What I'm going to do is I'm just going to put just a little bit of salt, not too much, because remember we're going to put cheese in this, so I don't want it to be over salty, right? So what I do is I just put only about that much, you know, that's a big pinch, so maybe 2 pinches, sprinkle all over just to give it some, you know, flavor. I've got a little bit of black pepper, so I don't really, because I'm, you know, it's not going to be this overly spicy type of thing, so I'm using black pepper instead of, you know, other types of pepper, right? Just pour that all over the top of it until the top is covered, right? Because it's a little bit of a deeper bowl, right? So just covering the top is fine. You can mix that in later, right? So I have my black pepper in there, right? Not so much in it. So there, and then we've got the mushrooms, right? I'm gonna put a little bit of the mushrooms because I want to use some of it in the other sautéed asparagus and shrimps that I'm gonna make in the pan, right? So I get my mushrooms in there. Oh, this is gonna be so good. Mushroom and cheese melt. Oh, so good. I don't know if you've ever tried that, like even in a sandwich. I can make a grilled cheese and mushroom sandwich. Really, really good. So here, put that all in, right? And then I'm just gonna mix it with this wooden spatula. Like I said, this is old pastas all come together, but it's fine. It doesn't matter because we're gonna bake it with the cheese anyways. So we don't need them to be individuals, right? We can have it clumped together or whatever, it's fine as long as we mix it all in there. So just mix it in nicely, right? Looks really colorful. Look at that. Got the black peppers and the bell peppers, and black, red, orange, and those colors in there. Ooh. I would normally put a lot more mushrooms, but I'm trying to save just a little bit of the mushrooms for the asparagus that we're going to stir fry. I'm going to shallow fry, not stir fry, just grill fry basically. But I'm just going to add just a little bit just because I really want to have mushrooms, you know, in there in every bite. Just come in and pop with it and break down the chunks again. And voila, the mix there is done. Right, nothing special, nothing else. I'm going to get my pan. Right, I've got this bad boy right here. Just clean it up a little bit, some dry stuff in it. You know what, I'm gonna put a bit of foil in there just because I don't really want to have to struggle to clean this up later on. Put foil so it'll be easy for me to clean. So hold that thought, I'll be right back. Alright, so I got my foil. I'm going to spread that inside of it. had this thing, I thought, you know, I'll start making videos of this because I've always had this thing where I never really plan what to cook, but I somehow always have something to cook. I just look in the fridge and I know how to combine things to make it into a meal, right? Right? So I haven't put my bacon, I don't want to forget that, but just so I don't forget, I want this to be really cheesy. I'm gonna open this up, right? I'm gonna drop our first layer of cheese, just like that. Yeah. So thin sheet is fine. We're gonna see how this comes out. I've never actually made this before, but yeah, based on what I have in the fridge, that's what I'm putting together. I know how things combine, like I said, sort of like a gift. So I'm gonna put this thin layer of cheese. This is gonna be so cheesy. And I can feel it being really delicious too. I have like some chicken previously sauteed. I'm gonna put that in the oven and cook that on a broil just so it's crispy. A bit healthier than frying it, right? So, okay, I've got my thin layer of cheese over there, right? The next thing I'm gonna do, I already sauteed the pasta, right? So the next thing I wanna do is that I wanna have bacon bits in it, right? So I'm gonna cut up this bacon actually before, I'm not gonna like cook it or anything. It'll be a bit too crispy if I, you know, cook it first and then put it in there. I don't want it to be that crispy. I just want to have the nice smoky taste of the bacon. So I'm gonna do quick cuts over this, right? Little chunky cuts. Okay. All right, next thing I want to do, like I said, I want this to be really cheesy. So I'm gonna actually put some cheese into this mix. I'm gonna pour some cheese into the mix right here. So let's get out the cheese. Let's get it out. Put some cheese in the mix. Why not? So cheese first. This shouldn't take too long to cook in the oven just because the pasta is already cooked. Alright, look at that. I'm gonna mix the cheese all into that mixture. Mix it all together. Oh, that's not enough cheese. Let's get some more cheese in there. Look at that cheese now. Guys, don't eat this more than once a week. So much cheese. Alright, so I have my bacon bits that I cut up. I'm gonna put those in to the mixture. Right? All in there. Get the nice bacon bits in there, bacon bits and bobs. I'm gonna separate it so you know it's not together. And then I'll mix this one a little bit just because I want to have it uniform around. So I'll mix this in first, right? And then I'll put some more in after, right? Just to have it everywhere. I want to be eating bacon in most of your bites, right? Tasty bites. So bacon is really hard to cut up when it's not cooked because you still have all that fat and everything in there, right? So it's still be rough. But you know, this fat is gonna help this stay really juicy because it's gonna melt into it, right? So it's gonna be really nice at the end of the day. I'm getting really hungry right now. I'll tell you that because I can imagine what it's gonna taste like, and it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. I'm getting hungry. That's basically it. I'm gonna put it on top of the cheese because it's got cheese mixture in there. I'll put it on top of this cheese and then I'll put another sheet on top to cover it up, right? Okay guys, like I said, we mix this all in. So now what we're going in here, we've got cheese, we've got bacon, we've got mushrooms, and we've got pasta and bell peppers in there, right? I still have a lot more cheese in the fridge, that's good, because I want this to be really cheesy and it doesn't seem like there's enough cheese in here right now. I'm gonna put some more in. Let's see it. I know sometimes it's hard to see the cheese that's actually in there because it's, you know, not melted. All right, so we got that in. So next phase is to put that in the pan. Right. I use a deeper loaf because I kind of want it to be sort of like a casserole. The volume has increased so much because of everything that was mixed in. I was a bit worried that the pan might be a bit too big earlier on, but it seems to fit just fine because the volume's increased. Okay. Alright, I got it all in there. Whoa. Look at that. Spread it evenly across. This is a lot. I'm gonna need some help eating this. Okay, look at that. Look at that. Alright, look at that. Actually, when I spread it out, I don't think I need that much cheese anymore. Because I can see like how much cheese is in there. So I'm just gonna put this over it. Right. Let's have the top, covered up in cheese as well. Like have a nice little sheet of cheese. Look at that. All the cheese is done. All 400 grams or 320 grams of it. All done. Nice and spread. Look at that beauty. Look at that. Right? Yeah. So I'm gonna put this in the oven on a 350 heat for about 20 to 25 minutes, depending. I don't want it to be too dry. So it should be ready by then. 20-25 minutes should be fine. And then we'll get it out, we'll see what it looks like. Okay, so now that I've got the pasta and the cheese and everything in the oven baking, I've prepared some sweet potatoes that I had on the side, had some tomatoes in the fridge, had a bit of onions left over, had some butter, the remaining mushrooms that we had earlier on, and garlic. So we're gonna put all of this into a grill pan and cook it all together. Okay, I love my grill pan because all I have to do is throw everything literally in there. No extra work required. So what I actually do is I start off, with a bit of butter. Get that keeper butter. It's really hard just to get the pan all, a bit of moisture in it. Right, so while that melts, right, next thing I want to do is put the garlic in. The garlic and the onions, because those need to get sauteed, right? So I put those in next, right? So onions. That sauteed. And garlic. Now I'm going to turn down the heat just a little bit. Yeah, I can smell that garlic for you. I'm going to put the butter, just going to move the butter all around the pan. So when I get everything else in there, there's no, it's non-stick in there, so, just to get it that moisturized. So, and then we're going to let the garlic and the onions saute in there for a bit before adding everything else in. Alright, now that we got it in, this is salted butter, so I'm not going to put any more salt in it. I'm going to throw those in, right? I'm going to put the mushrooms in as well, right? Next up, I'm going to put the sweet potatoes that I had on the side, cut up in here, right? I like to put the asparagus on the one side, and then cook over it. Put the sweet potatoes in here. And then I'm going to put one more cube of butter on top of it and let that melt in. Right. Finally, I've got my shrimp that we talked about in the beginning. I had a little bit of scallop in the fridge as well, so I added that as well into this mixture. So I'm going to throw this in. Okay, as you can see, I have cut the sweet potatoes quite thinly because I'm shallow. It's basically a shallow fry on the grill, so I want it to get cooked properly. So you don't want it thick, right? Because then the middle of it is not going to cook quick enough, right? So that's all in there. Everything is in there that I need. I've only got a bit of sliced tomatoes that I want to put in that I don't put into the end because obviously tomatoes don't take that long, right? So next I'm going to do is I'm just going to add in all this shrimp, right? And the scallops. And that's it. Look how that's turning out. I'm just putting a bit of, black peppers in here. Right, and that's the final touch. Don't need to put any other seasoning.
Secret Quick Mist gets to work on your cravings in just 60 seconds to help increase your chances of quitting so you can join them. Nick, let's do something amazing.